The biggest mistake in my 25-year career as a nutrition specialist wasn't bad advice. It was misjudging one food that could change everything for adults over 60. For years, I believed pistachios were calorie bombs, suitable only as the occasional treat. I excluded them from my senior clients' daily diets, thinking I was protecting their heart and weight. But it wasn't until I added them to my own routine and felt the transformation firsthand that I realized I'd been holding back something truly powerful, and thousands of seniors had missed out because of it. Hi, I'm Vernon. I'm not here to sell you magic, just to share what I discovered as a nutritionist who thought he had all figured out until pistachios proved me wrong. Over the past 8 months, I've been documenting what really happens when you eat pistachios every day. Not because I intended to, truthfully. It all started when my wife brought home a bulk bag. But the changes were too noticeable to ignore. So today, I want to walk you through my journey day by day, week by week. Because if you're over 60 and feel like your body isn't quite on your side anymore, this might just change everything. Before we begin, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm always sharing the latest science-backed solutions to help seniors stay strong, sharp, and thriving. I truly believe you don't want to miss the practical breakthroughs that could change how you feel, move, and live after 60. Now, let me walk you through exactly what happened. Starting with the very first week, pistachios became part of my daily routine. Day 1 to 3, the first thing I noticed, digestive comfort. I'll be honest, I started eating pistachios for the wrong reasons. My wife Olivia bought a huge bag at Costco, and they were sitting on the counter staring at me. So on a Monday morning, I grabbed a handful with my coffee. By Wednesday, something subtle had shifted. You know that bloated, uncomfortable feeling you get after meals when you're over 60? That sense that your gut just isn't processing food like it used to. It was gone. At first, I didn't connect it to the pistachios, but by day 3, my digestion felt more predictable than it had in months. No more that heavy, sluggish feeling after lunch. No more wondering if I'd be comfortable sitting through a movie after dinner. Here's what I learned. Pistachios contain about 3 grams of fiber per ounce, but it's not just any fiber. It's the kind that feeds beneficial gut bacteria, what nutritionists call prebiotic fiber. As we age, our gut microbiome naturally declines, which affects everything from digestion to immune function. But there's more. Pistachios also contain compounds called oligosaccharides that specifically nourish bifidobacterium and lactobacillus, the good bacteria that help break down food and reduce inflammation in your digestive tract. Day 1 to 3, the first thing I noticed, digestive comfort. I'll be honest, I started eating pistachios for the wrong reasons. My wife Olivia bought a huge bag at Costco, and they were sitting on the counter staring at me. So on a Monday morning, I grabbed a handful with my coffee. By Wednesday, something subtle had shifted. You know that bloated, uncomfortable feeling you get after meals when you're over 60? That sense that your gut just isn't processing food like it used to. It was gone. At first, I didn't connect it to the pistachios, but by day 3, my digestion felt more predictable than it had in months. No more that heavy, sluggish feeling after lunch. No more wondering if I'd be comfortable sitting through a movie after dinner. Here's what I learned. Pistachios contain about 3 grams of fiber per ounce, but it's not just any fiber. It's the kind that feeds beneficial gut bacteria, what nutritionists call prebiotic fiber. As we age, our gut microbiome naturally declines, which affects everything from digestion to immune function. But there's more. Pistachios also contain compounds called oligosaccharides that specifically nourish bifidobacterium and lactobacillus, the good bacteria that help break down food and reduce inflammation in your digestive tract. In one of the most compelling findings to date, the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition reported that seniors who ate pistachios daily improved both gut microbiota diversity and digestive ease, with a 40% increase in comfort scores compared to those on a blank-stings, pistachio-free diet. For me, This was the first sign that something important was happening. After years of accepting that my stomach would be unpredictable, suddenly I could eat a normal meal and feel normal. Not stuffed, not bloated, just satisfied and comfortable. If you've been dealing with digestive issues that seem to come with age, that uncomfortable fullness, irregular bathroom habits, or general gut discomfort, this might be the first change you notice too. Your gut health affects everything else, so getting this foundation right matters more than you might think. That was just the beginning, because something else I'd struggled with for years began to resolve itself. Week 1. My energy stopped playing games. Blood sugar stability. By the end of my first week eating pistachios daily, something remarkable happened. That 2 p.m. energy crash that had become as predictable as my morning coffee, it just didn't show up. For months, I'd been riding what I called the senior energy roller coaster. I'd eat a normal breakfast, feel great for an hour, then crash. Lunch would perk me up temporarily, followed by another dive that left me wanting a nap. My blood sugar was technically normal, but it felt anything but stable. On day 7 of eating pistachios, I realized I'd worked straight through the afternoon without that familiar brain fog. My energy felt steady, consistent. Not jittery like caffeine gives you, just reliable. Turns out, there's a solid reason why my energy stopped dipping. Pistachios are known for their low glycemic load, but their real strength lies in how they influence the meals they're paired with. A clinical trial published in Nutrients tracked 150 adults over 65 with pre-diabetes. When pistachios were eaten with carb-heavy meals, their post-meal blood sugar levels dropped by 38% on average. And the benefit didn't end there. The study showed this effect lingered for hours, creating what scientists called glycemic memory. The mechanism involves the perfect combination of protein, 6 grams per ounce, healthy fats, and fiber that slow down carbohydrate absorption. But pistachios also contain compounds that improve insulin sensitivity at the cellular level, helping your body use glucose more efficiently. For seniors, this is crucial. Our insulin sensitivity naturally declines after 60, making blood sugar control more challenging. This doesn't just affect diabetics. It affects anyone who's noticed their energy becoming less predictable with age. I started eating my pistachios with breakfast, about 49 nuts, which is roughly 1.5 ounces. Within a week, my energy curve had flattened out. No more dramatic peaks and valleys, just steady fuel throughout the day. Before you assume energy crashes are just part of getting older, test it for yourself. Save this video, commit to a 7-day pistachio breakfast habit, and monitor how you feel. When you start noticing the difference in focus, mood, or sleep, come back and tell me. Your story could be exactly what another senior needs to hear. What came next wasn't something I felt in my mind or gut, but somewhere much deeper. Can you guess where? Week 2-3, something shifted in my heart, cardiovascular health. Around day 14, something subtle happened on my morning walk that I almost didn't catch. I was climbing the hill near my house, the same one that had left me slightly winded for months, and this time I wasn't breathing hard, no tightness in my chest, no pause halfway up to catch my breath. I just kept walking. According to a clinical trial published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, seniors who ate pistachios daily for 16 weeks experienced impressive cardiovascular gains. A 34% reduction in oxidized LDL cholesterol, the kind that causes arterial damage, along with a 23% improvement in blood flow and 11% greater arterial flexibility. In plain terms, their hearts didn't have to work as hard, and their blood vessels responded more like those of younger adults. At first, I chalked it up to a good day, but by the end of week 3, the pattern was too consistent to ignore. My heart felt stronger, more efficient, like it was finally working with me instead of against me. This wasn't just about cholesterol numbers. What I was experiencing was improved cardiovascular function, the real-time performance of my heart and blood vessels. Pistachios provide a rare combination of monounsaturated fats, plant sterols, and antioxidants that actively support endothelial function, essentially how well your arteries expand and contract. Better function here means your heart pumps blood more easily, oxygen reaches your muscles faster, and everyday activities start feeling easier. Those antioxidants, particularly gamma-tocopherol and lutein, act like internal rust protectors, guarding your arteries from oxidative stress that worsens with age. By week 3, I wasn't just climbing the hill more easily, I found myself looking forward to it. My resting heart rate had dipped slightly, and I felt a renewed confidence in my physical capacity. Heart health after 60 goes beyond clinical markers. It's the foundation of your stamina, confidence, and quality of life. And when your cardiovascular system performs well, even daily routines become smoother and more enjoyable. By now, I was already impressed with how pistachios were working on the inside. But I wasn't prepared for the next surprise, the kind I see in the mirror. Month 1. People started asking questions, skin and appearance. Are you using a new moisturizer? My daughter asked me this question during our monthly dinner, and I had to think about it. I wasn't using anything different on my skin, but as I looked at my hands, the same hands that had developed that papery, dry texture that seems inevitable after 65, they did look different. Smoother, more hydrated. Actually, I told her, I think it might be the pistachios. She gave me that look adult children give their parents when they think you're connecting unrelated dots. But a month into my pistachio experiment, my skin was noticeably different, and I wasn't the only one noticing. Pistachios provide all 4 tocopherols your skin needs for repair, plus lutein and zeaxanthin known for eye health, but also protect skin from UV damage. As we age, skin loses moisture and repairability. The antioxidants and healthy fats in pistachios strengthen the skin barrier, lock in hydration, and restore smoothness from within. Backed by research, a 16-week clinical trial in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry reported that pistachios improved skin hydration by 28% and elasticity by 15% in adults over 60, verified through standardized dermatological assessments. What surprised me most was the cumulative effect. It wasn't dramatic. No one would mistake me for someone 20 years younger. But there was a vitality to my skin that had been missing. Less dryness, fewer small irritations, and an overall healthier appearance. Even my barber noticed. "Your skin looks healthier," he said casually during a haircut. "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it." And if you're thinking of someone right now, a loved one with dry, aging skin who's just accepted it as part of getting older, share this with them. Just a handful of pistachios a day might be the most caring gift you didn't know you could give. Aging skin isn't inevitable. It's often a reflection of what the body isn't getting enough of. With the right nutrients, especially from foods like pistachios, even mature skin can regain elasticity, softness, and glow. Before you scroll past, let me ask you this. Have you ever forgotten something so simple, a name, a word, a reason you walked into a room and brushed it off until one day you couldn't anymore? That moment came for me in month 2, and what followed made me realize that pistachios hadn't just supported my body, they had quietly protected pieces of my memory I didn't even know were fading. Month 2 to 3, my mind felt different, cognitive function. Right now, as you're still watching this, you're doing more than just listening. You're actively preserving something most seniors don't realize they're losing until it's nearly gone. Toward the end of my 2nd month of eating pistachios daily, just as the 3rd was beginning, I noticed something unusual. My mind felt sharper, not in a dramatic or flashy way, but with a kind of quiet clarity that had been missing. I could speak without searching for words. I remembered details from conversations days earlier. And for the first time in years, I finished a book without rereading every paragraph twice. In Western terms, we might talk about neurotransmitters or cognitive processing speed, but as someone who spent years studying both science and traditional medicine, I've come to trust something deeper. In Eastern medicine, the brain is known as the sea of marrow. It reflects the health of the blood, the breath, the bones, the most vital energies of the body. When these energies are strong, the mind becomes calm, focused, and resilient. When they're depleted, the mind clouds over not just with forgetfulness, but with fatigue, hesitation, and emotional fog. Pistachios have long been viewed as a yang tonic in Persian and Chinese medicine, a food that builds inner warmth, supports circulation, and nourishes vitality from within. That warmth isn't just physical, it fuels mental clarity and emotional steadiness. Pistachios bring magnesium to calm the spirit, vitamin B6 to support thought and speech, and rich fats that anchor the mind like oil steadying a flickering flame. By the end of the third month, my wife said it first. "You seem more like yourself lately," she told me, and she was right. I felt more grounded, more present. As if the fog that had quietly crept in over the years was beginning to lift. So, if you're watching this and thinking, it's just forgetfulness, part of aging, I urge you to rethink that. Your mind deserves just as much nourishment as your body. And sometimes, the most powerful shift begins with something as small and ancient as a humble handful of pistachios. Looking back over 6 months of eating pistachios daily, I'm struck by how the benefits built on each other. Better digestion led to better nutrient absorption. Stable blood sugar improved my sleep, which enhanced cognitive function. Better circulation supported everything from my heart to my skin. The research consistently points to about 1.5 ounces daily, roughly 49 pistachios. I eat them with breakfast, which helps with blood sugar stability throughout the day. Buy them in the shell when possible. The act of shelling naturally slows your eating and improves satisfaction. Here's a simple 1-day pistachio meal plan you might enjoy. It's easy to follow and gives you the full benefit of just 1.5 ounces, about 49 pistachios per day. Breakfast: Greek yogurt with berries and a handful of pistachios for gut health and steady energy. Snack: banana with almond butter plus 10 pistachios, great for mood and brain clarity. Lunch or dinner: sprinkle chopped pistachios over a salad or veggie stir. Fry adds crunch, protein, and skin-loving nutrients. My journey taught me that aging doesn't have to mean accepting decline. Sometimes, the most powerful interventions are also the simplest ones. A handful of pistachios might seem too easy to make a real difference, but 6 months later, I can tell you it absolutely does. Are you ready to start your own journey? I'd love to hear what changes you notice along the way 1 week later in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. This might just be the one place where your journey towards stronger, healthier aging truly begins. Before you go, there's one more video I don't want you to miss. Doctors beg. Eat only this fruit to make your eyes bright and cataract-free. It's packed with insights that could protect your vision for years to come, and you can find the link right below in the video description.